Okay, so let's go ahead and stay in Georgia. The Cardi B, Tasha K case, which is actually the way I found you because I saw a video of you talking about it.
Yeah.
And I've had some experience with Tasha K. Tasha K actually lied about me at one point in a video. She made this whole video saying that she knows for a fact that I work with the police and I provide footage of rappers that I interview because I guess I hate black people or something of that sort. We actually reached out to her with my attorney on the CC and we asked her to remove it. And she was very defiant in the beginning. But ultimately she did remove it with a whole bunch of insulting language after she removed it. But it was an absolute lie. And from what I understand, she lied about you as well. I remember in your video, you said that she claims that you only date white women, which you said you've never actually even dated white women before.
That's
exactly. In our case, she managed to walk away without having to pay anything. But in the Cardi B case, which she, I guess, called her a prostitute at one point, said that she has STDs and so forth, Cardi B actually went and spent the money and won $4 million in a verdict. And I guess Tasha K appealed and she lost that as well.
Yeah.
So tell me about this case.
Yeah, it's a super interesting case. It's kind of tragic in a sense because Tasha K had all of the opportunities really to avoid it. When she started making these videos about Cardi B saying that she had the STIs and, she was this and she was doing that. Cardi, just like you did, reached out to her and, sent her a cease and desist. And basically Tasha took that and said she was going to wipe her ass with it and, was using it basically for content. And then I think Cardi hired another firm and sent her another cease and desist, the same thing. Then Cardi had her attorney send out yet another cease and desist. So 3 cease and desists have gone out. And Tasha K said she was going to basically wipe her ass with all of them. And then Cardi reached out to her and said, listen, you're a woman, I'm a woman, you're a mother, I'm a mother. Like, why can't we resolve this? And she wouldn't do it. And it wasn't until the trial that I realized, the extent of this content creation and this YouTube space. I've only been on YouTube for really making content for about 2 years, and I had no idea the levels to the game. It came out in the trial that Tasha K was just making so much money on the Cardi B content. It was to the extent where she would mention Cardi B and the numbers would go up. She would tag Cardi B and the clicks would go up. And so then it was to the point where she was talking about content that didn't have anything to do with Cardi B, and yet she would still tag Cardi B, or she'd throw in a line to kind of get those numbers up. And with the numbers, of course, comes the money. And so I guess that's why she decided that she was going to continue doing this, continue the lies, even though Cardi B had warned her multiple times. And Cardi B really didn't want to go down this road. But that's the way that Tasha K wanted it. And I mean, you're absolutely right about Tasha K being completely willing to lie. It came out on the stand when I was sitting there in the front row, and I was so surprised at how Cardi B's attorneys were saying, well, you said this, correct? Yeah, I said that, and you knew it wasn't true. Yeah, I knew it wasn't true. I mean, you were lying to your audience. Yeah, I was lying to my audience. You were lying to your subscribers. Yeah, I was lying to my subscribers. I mean, she wasn't like, well, I was mistaken or I didn't really understand. I mean, she was admitting on the stand that these were bald-faced lies that she was telling. And just like she told lies about you, of course, she was telling lies about me on her video, saying that I wanted to suck on her her breasts, that I only date Asian women, only date white women, don't date black women. I wouldn't let, a black woman put her vagina on my head. That's a lie. If they want to do it, go ahead. It doesn't do anything for me. But if they want to do it, knock themselves out. She'll lie about anything. And it came back to bite her. So in that case, the jury came back and just really punished her, got her for almost $4 million. Now, this case has so many wrinkles to it because Tasha K, is the aggressor in a large sense, because she was saying all of these damaging and hurtful things about Cardi B. But what a lot of people don't know is that she is actually a victim as well. Anybody who sat through that trial saw the type of representation that she got. And I'm not going to say that her attorney is a bad attorney. I will say this, though. Tasha K chose the wrong attorney. Tasha K was in a multi-million defamation trial. That's what the whole case was about. So if you are being sued for defamation, you're going to want to hire an attorney who handles civil cases. And if they are Cardi B's attorneys, they're bringing them down from New York, $1,000 an hour attorneys. You want an attorney basically that specializes in this type of defamation action. Who did Tasha K get? She hired an attorney who only handles criminal cases, DUIs, batteries, things of this nature. And it's not just me saying this. If you go to her website, I don't want to put her name out, but just so that you'll understand. If you go to her attorney's website, the first thing that you'll see, she says, I only handle criminal cases. I never want to handle any other type of case. I love criminal cases and I love fighting against the government. Well, that is the wrong type of attorney to handle a multi-million-dollar defamation case. And when you were sitting in the courtroom, you saw it. I mean, this judge was constantly correcting her, constantly chastising her. There was a point where he got fed up and he looked at her. This was in open court. And he said, he basically said that she needed to go back to law school. Imagine you being Tasha K and you're in a courtroom being sued by Cardi B and her attorneys. And you see the judge tell your attorney, the only one really that can save you, to go back to law school. And even worse, he put some sauce on it and said that she should go back to her first year of law school. And why that's important, law school is 3 years, and the first year you don't know anything. You're brand new. You just came from college. So in anybody's first year of law school, we don't know anything. And that judge told that attorney to go back to the first year of law school. Now, the judge is an awesome judge, and this isn't any shade at him. He also went to our flagship institution, the University of Georgia. He's a federal judge, Judge William Ray. Awesome judge. We had some of the same law school professors, even though he was there over a decade before me. But he doesn't really tolerate a lot of foolishness. And Tasha K, I'm not going to say she didn't get a fair trial, but the representation was really not what you would want. Another example, there was some closing arguments as to punitive damages and how much this jury would award Cardi B in punitive damages. And the judge gave each side, let's say, 20 minutes. And the judge says, well, listen, Cardi B, I'm going to give you 20 minutes and you can break it up. So you can do 10 of your minutes starting off, and then you'll allow Tasha K to do her 20 minutes, and then you can do your final 10 minutes. So you can break it up 5 minutes and 15 minutes. You can do it however you want. So the attorney said fine, and Cardi B's attorney spoke for 10 minutes and then allowed Tasha K's attorney to do her 20 minutes. Well, when you're facing the jury, there's a big wall. There's a clock on the wall, and you can see it. The jury can't see it, but you can. And the judge hits the timer, and you have your 20 minutes. And the judge gave Tasha K's attorney 20 minutes to argue as to why she shouldn't pay, these exorbitant amounts of punitive damages. Do you know that attorney spoke for 61 seconds, turned around, and sat her ass down when millions of dollars were at stake? The judge was shocked. I was shocked. Like, no one could believe it, that the judge has allotted you 20 minutes to argue for your client as to, you got to do something. Tasha K is not the best client to have, but you got to humanize her. She's got a family. She's got kids. You got to do something. And for her just to talk for 61 seconds and sit down, I mean, it was bad. And so, I don't know why Tasha K's attorney accepted Tasha K's case. And again, I'm not saying that her attorney is a bad attorney, but, I'm not going to accept a murder case if I'm a divorce attorney. If I am a heart surgeon, I'm not going to do your surgery on your knee, right? Because that's not my specialty. And so I really don't know why Tasha K's attorney involved herself in that. And then, it didn't even end there, because Tasha K, of course, appealed. And her attorney stayed on, mishandled the appeal in numerous ways, and got slammed on the appeal. The judges couldn't believe the arguments that her attorney was making. And so, all attorneys, we win cases and we lose cases. But when a judge or a panel of judges goes out of their way to slam you, that should be an indication. And there were a lot of times where, looking at Tasha, even, considering the bullshit that she said about me, I would look at her and I just felt sorry for her, because I'm an attorney myself. And a lot of people don't realize, a lot of people will say, oh, well, she's Tasha K. She said all this stuff about Cardi B. She deserves what she gets. But you can absolutely be an aggressor and a victim at the same time. And I believe Tasha K in some part was a victim in that case.